Hey Pisces, welcome to Dark Eve Tarot. I'm Eve. We're gonna get you a message. I have a new oracle deck. We're trying it out. It's called the Carnival of Souls. I'm just gonna get a couple of these for you, and then we will pull some tarot and see what's going on. What you need to know. This is for Pisces. Itchy nose right away. Okay. Oh wow. So this looks like a lot like the Death card in tarot. But the legs are covering up the name. So let's go look in the book and see. Get you one more. We'll see what's up with this. Knuckle something. Knuckle-a-V. So the Knuckle-a-V, and I'm probably not pronouncing that right, they're horse-like demons. Unlike many of the creatures within the carnival, with a dualistic nature, this creature was one of pure evil, spreading plague, death, pestilence. Sounds kind of hardcore there, Pisces. Wherever they went, torturing the islanders. They were greatly feared, were spoken of in hurried whispers. So within the carnival, however, they have been trapped within the merry-go-round, stopping their reign of terror amongst humankind. Still, the unworthy and the guilty will suffer greatly at their hands. That's okay. So it said this card represents disease, illness, health issues. Like if you've been putting off going to the doctor, you might want to go. Or just put your health first and prioritize your physical well-being. Our bodies are fragile and require essential maintenance to ensure longevity. This card can represent toxicity in people and situations, so avoid these as they will poison you against others and yourself. So, I don't know, there's some, illness is used loosely. It could be physical, could be mental, but there's something, I guess you're being asked to look at some, like your overall general health, or if it's a certain area, you already know what it is. So let's see. I don't usually do a lot of health readings, I guess, health related. That usually only comes up in Lenormand. Alright, Pisces. So what is unhealthy? What's something unhealthy to look at for Pisces? And who knew? Who knew that about merry-go-rounds? Alright. Oh, okay, so it's toxic people. So this card in this particular card in this deck, it reminds me of like little kids being mean. Kids being mean, bullying, whatever, poking fun. Like they're kind of enjoying themselves here, but I don't know, it just gives off a negative vibe to me. So that's most likely if you are wondering what toxic thing to kind of clean up. It would be negative, like really negative people around you, or people that are, like the whole slew, like the narcissists, the psychopaths, the whatever, you know what I mean? People that rain on your parade. Yeah, you don't want any more of the. Yeah, exactly. Leave it behind. We literally get a card of leaving. Yeah, it's not for you. Yeah, this conflict is not good for you. It's like it'll beat you down, it'll beat you down. And for some of you, it could just be as simple as just negativity. Cause it lingers, man. It leaves a trace. It leaves an energetic imprint. It stays in a place longer than the event or the words or the feelings as when they were experienced. It freaking lingers. So, for some of you, it might actually be a little bit tricky. I'm just saying, like, someone doing a trick here. Not that you're being tricked or being deceived, but it's a tricky situation battling some of this toxicity in your environment. Maybe for some of you, you can't leave, you know? Maybe for some of you, it's, family or something, or, like like you don't have control over this situation. But it might be a little bit tricky to get it cleaned up. Now, for some of you, if you are facing any kind of health issues or questions or whatever, I do see that this here could be a sign of maybe overindulgence and maybe to walk away perhaps from drinking. Maybe give the partying a rest if you've been indulging in that, because it could be totally wreaking havoc on your insides. Yeah, look, and then we have a card of partying. Then we get a card of partying. Okay. So, for those of you that are kind of looking at health issues, it could be overindulgence in something. Doesn't have to be alcohol, but it's overindulgence in something that has the potential to wreak havoc on your insides. And for those of you that are dealing with just negativity around you, like a toxic environment that's maybe affecting your mental health or your cortisol levels or whatever, we've got we've got this suggestion here to, seek out seek out those that are like-minded. Seek out those that, like when you're around them, you freaking feel good. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of wide open. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's some people that I hang out with, and we literally don't say anything to each other. We just sit and hang, and it's awesome. Or you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be a big to do or an event or whatever to hang out with or to be around people that don't toxify your space. So let's look at the next card here for you. One-eyed Jack. All right, he looks like he kind of takes care of things. Oh, another thing about this deck is it's got this it's got shiny holograph stuff. All right, so One-eyed Jack. I don't know, he either takes care of things or he's some kind of ringleader or something. Let's see. One-eyed Jack. There's lots of M's here. Alright, so he directs new customers to the ticket booths just beyond the entrance with his long, sharp fingers. and his tone changes. So it depends on who's purchasing the ticket. He could be complimenting a kind young girl with, "My, what a beautiful outfit you're wearing," to being just speaking a cold, "We've been expecting you," to the man walking beside her. So he's the ringmaster. He's an Odin-like character, so associated with knowledge, victory, poetry, and having pragmatic connotations to war, time, and fate. Wow. So his one eye allows him to see through superficial appearances and speak truthful judgments. I kind of like this guy. I kind of like this one-eyed Jack. Okay. So the interpretation of the card, have you felt out of control recently? Well, that's an interesting question for those of you that might be overindulging. You've been binging too much Netflix or something? All right. This card represents the guiding hand of fate. While the outcome that fate has in store for you might not be what you imagine it should be, rest assured that what will be, and prepare accordingly as best you can. Much like a riverbed guiding water on its course, you may not see the river's next turns ahead, but take comfort in knowing that a larger guiding force is about to steer your life in the right direction. That is awesome. So that's some reassurance for those of you that are not sure where things are headed. There is some greater force. All right. Well, see, there you go. We have the Nine of Cups, and that is fulfillment. That's happiness. So that's where you're headed, Pisces. So if you need, it seems like you need some reassurance here. Yeah, and this is why, because we have the Nine of Wands here. It's like you've been around the block. You have seen a thing or two. You've had some struggles. It's taken you a lot of effort to get to this point where you are right now. You've been through a lot. That's interesting. So we have the Hanged Man showing up here. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So the Hanged Man, that's like Odin. He hung from the Yggdrasil tree and he lost an eye in order to gain like enlightenment. And we have this one-eyed Jack here who is this Odin-like character. I don't know, like, it's almost like Never Fear Odin is here. It's like, it may not be fun all the time or easy all the time, but you're being guided. I don't know how into, like, Norse mythology you are, but, I think they, what do they call Odin? Like, the All-Father or something? And so here we have the devil, and I feel like the devil is definitely showing up for those of you that might have some, it goes back to the indulgences, the binging or whatever that is. It's speaking of addictions here, and those are things that we chain ourselves with, right? Because some addictions, they're easy to deal with. Some of them are not. Some of them you would need to go to a medical professional to help you with, right? So it's all kind of linking together here. So you are headed towards fulfillment. It's being recognized here that yes, you have been through a lot. You are being guided by a greater force here, a very enlightened force. And you may have to face certain temptations along the way. And here we go, King of Cups. Keep a level head here. Keep a level head. We have the King of Cups is very emotionally intelligent here. It's like you, as long as you recognize where, like, kind of recognize where your feelings are coming from, why they're happening. I mean, they're obviously valid, right? But I think that's going to help keep you along this course here. It's because also with this King of Cups, I'm getting this is about your reactions to things, and having it be very close to the Devil card. It's there might be some kind of fear factor here, Pisces. Perhaps that's what's toxic in your environment. If fear is what's toxic in your environment, because it can be, too much fear creates chaos. It creates more things to be afraid of. And it attracts things that aren't very nice. Whether there are spirits, people, what have you, right? Okay, so Pisces, this is your message. Take what resonates, and I will see you next time. Bye, Pisces.